Do you mind when Haaland was going to absolutely tank for Man City because he missed a sitter in a glorified friendly? He doesn't suit City's system. They're used to playing without a number 9. They don't pass to him. He couldn't hit water if he fell out a boat. Well, how are those predictions working out for you? What Haaland is doing in, and quite frankly to, the Premier League this season is wild. New team, new league. Usually this results in teething problems, even for the best players. Not for Big Erling. If he keeps it up, and I believe he will, that's why I'm making this video, he's going to set some unbreakable records in my opinion. So unbelievable is what Haaland is doing that I was wondering if it is in fact unprecedented. Who in history has replicated this kind of scoring in their debut season for a team in a new league? Now, my parameters for finding an equivalent to Haaland discount a lot of players who I thought would be a match for the unnatural Norwegian, because I'm looking for players who have scored at least 30 goals in the league during their first season, as this is the assumption that I'll be making for this video. Given that Erling has 17 league goals to his name already, I feel pretty comfortable taking it for granted that he will breach 30 this season. If I'm wrong, you can come back to this vid and give me a right roasting. So you might be surprised to find that this means I have to write off some true legends of the game. Ronaldo at Real Madrid had a respectable debut season, bagging 26 in the league, but it wasn't until his second campaign that he really took off, netting 40 in La Liga. Likewise, Luis Suarez got 16 on his debut season for Barca and then freakishly replicated Ronaldo with 40 the following season. Lewandowski didn't get 30 till the 15-16 season, his second with the Bayern, and even then that wasn't a new league for him, as he'd been running riot in the Bundesliga for 5 seasons. Diego Costa, Fernando Torres, Thierry Henry, Ruud van Nistelrooy, positively peddling numbers compared to what Erling will surely put up. Even the late great Dixie Dean doesn't meet my criteria, as he scored a stupendous 60 goals in his 4th season for Everton, a tally which even Erling may struggle to surpass. So, who is Haaland striving to replicate in football history? Let's check it out.
And Mick Quinn, and Quinn turns, and it's there! And Newcastle are back ahead!
He's fat, he's round, he's worth £1 million. The self-proclaimed hardest man in football is a name many of you may not have been familiar with until you found out Haaland was smashing all his Premier League records. Mickey Quinn almost ticks all the boxes for my list. New team, check. Newcastle signed the Scouser for just south of £700,000 in 1989, quite a price at that time, making him one of the most expensive players the Magpies had ever acquired at that point. New league, unfortunately not a check mark for this, as First Division side Newcastle got Quinn from Portsmouth, who had just been relegated to the 2nd Division, so the top tier of English football was a competition which Mickey was used to. At least 30 goals in the season in a top division, a big old check for that one. Quinn enjoyed a blistering start for the Magpies, grabbing 4 on his debut as Newcastle trounced Leeds 5-2. Quinn would go on to finish as English football's top scorer with a smashing 34 league goals, a target well within reach for Haaland.
Atenció a Ronaldo, la jugada Ronaldo que es plantarà tot sol, la banda sube, gol, 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 gol.
Ronaldo Phenomenal is one of the only strikers I could find who matches all of my criteria. First of all, new team and new league. Yes on both counts. Barcelona splashed out a world record fee of $20 million for the Brazilian beast in order to prize him away from Eredivisie side PSV, for whom he had scored a stupendous 54 goals in 58 games. At least 30 league goals? Again, R9 comes up trumps here, leading La Liga's scoring charts with 34 goals in 37 games, a tally which also saw him receive the European Golden Shoe. Ronaldo's solitary season for Barca is truly the stuff of footballing legend, and it turned out to be the most prolific season of his career. Ronaldo's pace and power and deadly finishing proved far too much for the Spanish defenders that season, much like Erling is this season. Ronaldo was a much better dribbler of the ball than Haaland, and he had a dizzying array of flicks and tricks with which to humiliate his opponents and score goals. Haaland perhaps has better movement and positioning with his relentless running between the lines. He also has an uncanny knack to somehow escape the attention of defenders despite being 6'5", and he always appears to be in the right place at the right time.
Laudrup le ha dejado a Romario, que marca el cuarto. Le ha dejado a Romario, le ha entregado.
What are the chances that the only other striker who ticks all the boxes on my list is a Brazilian? And even spookier still, his career path and record was frighteningly similar to R9's. Prolific Brazilian enjoyed 5 outstanding seasons for PSV, scoring 98 league goals in just 110 outings. Part of Johan Cruyff's dream team, and linking up with generational talents such as Bulgarian Ballon d'Or winner Hristo Stoichkov and Danish dynamo Michael Laudrup, the powerful penalty box brilliance of Romario saw him end his debut season at the Camp Nou with 30 La Liga goals.
Coutinho, Salah goes on again! Oh, we've been blessed with two splendid...
In order to populate my list with more than just 2 Brazilians, I had to start looking for players who meet 2/3 of my entry requirements. Mighty Mo is one who is so close to being a clean sweep of my checklist, as he delighted and amazed Premier League fans during his debut season for Liverpool, ending it as Europe's leading scorer across the top 5 leagues with 32 goals. However, he had spent a couple of seasons at Chelsea, appearing in a handful of Premier League games for the London club. Not an out-and-out number 9 like Erling, Salah dazzled with his quick feet and dribbling, and glorious bended strikes as he cut in from the wing and terrorised English defences.
Показывает Тони, чтобы был навес в штрафную. Удар, гол! 1-0, Фиорентина выходит вперед. Тони.
Italian stallion Tony goal is similar to Haaland in a lot of ways. A powerful, prolific and towering target man, Tony had the strength and brute force and determination of Haaland, as well as the smart positioning. He just lacked perhaps the explosive pace of the Norwegian. Like many on this list, Tony won the European Golden Shoe in his debut season for Fiorentina, grabbing 31 goals in 38 Serie A games. However, this wasn't his first rodeo in Italy's Premier Division, as he had turned out for Brescia and Palermo in the league previously. So, they were the only forwards I could find who came close to matching the impact Haaland is having on his debut season in a brand new league. And in fact, I wasn't able to find hardly anyone who was playing in a new league. That's how remarkable Haaland's form and finishing is this season. I'm interested to know, so please write in the comments, how many goals do you think Haaland will end up with in the Premier League this season? My prediction is 42.